Cat, how far away is Nigelia?
It should be another hour to get there.
And we're burning daylight.
And clearly you all need to tell me what my daughter has been doing to you for the past... how long you've been with her. Spare no details. I want to know everything.
Just for the sake of time, let's just say that we do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add one thing after all that is said, though. After he gets his reaction out, though, so let's hear his reaction first before.
While he is initially shocked by what you're saying, there's a glint in his eyes, knowing that it can be true.
Trust me, I wish it wasn't true, but he was pressing me to the point of wanting to do something really drastic just to prove a point. Let's just say it was something I wouldn't be able to take back.
Yeah, and he responds with, I understand. And believe me, it was her mother's idea to give her the title the Stubborn.
Trust me, that's been it lately, but the unfamiliar power of your, and he puts air quotes around this, friend. I think most of us here know exactly what the cause of it is.
By the way, we haven't really formally introduced ourselves. My name is Fazio.
Spelling?
Fazio the King.
Depends. You want names and titles or just names?
Oh, it's a bit of a choosing ceremony, actually, with us. We get brought in front of a crystal that gives us our titles.
I'm gonna check on the bit. I was asking if you wanted our names and titles. Or just our names.
Your names and titles. They are very important to us.
Armin looks around to make sure no one else wants to go first.
It's the sound of crickets.
I mean, if y'all look at the side chat, Nefer really doesn't want to talk to the guy because I already told Kat.
Stop it!
I already told Kat there are a lot of things I would love to say about Dazo.
Yes, but
we not, please.
Yes, but let's continue on.
I actually want to enjoy this.
I might have thought that we had to put her story in here with Knowles, but here we are.
My full name is Bogman Gel, son of Magda Gel, current chief of the Black Claw clan. And before you say anything about the normal notoriety of them, I am trying to change that.
I am Null Rumak, president of both Mirwood and what used to be KM. Former, freelance hero, and I'm just a cook now.
Nothing wrong with being a cook.
I guess.
He also has a little bit of competition. And he leaves the hint at that.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and he kind of pats you a bit on the shoulder, saying, if you can I'm pretty sure your cooking would be my wife's cooking any day.
Should I be worried?
Trust me, I think maybe her cooking might be better than Dazo's. Because Dazo's could possibly kill someone.
Moving on.
Oh, mine for that matter.
Basically, Volca.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Jovial, if you could PM me the explanation for who Volca is, because
How to train your dragon to Stoic's wife.
Never seen it. Anyway.
I have.
Anyway. The name's Holnir Goldbeard. From Vilcaldur up in the mountains.
Oh yes, I believe I've seen you from time to time. Though not so much anymore. Did you move? Or oh right. You dwarves have a thing for going out into the world for a few years.
Aye. We become rangers. We travel hither and thither. Some are more inclined to go back after a few years. Me, I'm upon my 11th by now. As for a title, you could. I think the happy would be the most accurate.
Clearly. He looks around. You seem the happiest of this lot.
Because life is worth celebrating. And we're alive, aren't we?
He gives an assuring nod.
And also, and in a stage whisper, doesn't help. I'm drunk most of the time.
With that, he gives a hearty laugh.
Lee speaks up and says, the short version is Jadeite, Liege, Lucius, Deep Mantle.
Very nice to meet you. I'm Cortana. Just Cortana. No long name, no title, no nothing. Fazio looks a little confused by that until he turns to Nephite and Quen. And your names?
We can go first, because Nephite does not want to talk.
I'm sorry about her. Hello there. My name is Quen, but my actual name is Kanaro. Out of character, how do you pronounce that last name? Asa? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's really hard to pronounce.
Silas's last name.
Yep, I know. Just
I thought.
I got a lot of character sheets here. Ulsar.
Okay, Asa. My name is Quen, but my actual name is Kanal Asa.
Been a while since I've seen a drow. We don't really get too many drow in the mountains. Well, we do, but they're on the other side.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm not like most drow.
You're definitely
Hey.
a lot cuter, though.
And
I did not mean
also,
I
so
did not mean the way it sounds. Sounds creepy. My bad.
that's fine.
At least
It's
we know where your
fine.
daughter got it.
It's been a while since I've talked with other people.
And also, I'm sorry, sir, but I don't really think Nephrite wishes to talk to you at the moment. She kind of had a bad falling out with your daughter.
Understatement of the bloody millennium. But we are losing daylight.
Yep. And on that
Yeah,
note,
I was
do you
trying
guys?
to be kind.
And on that note, do you guys actually want to go through Nigelia or just move on on your journey?
I say move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 for moving on.
Mm,
I'm honestly fine with either.
And honestly, I'm a yes and a no, but I'm mostly leaning to go through because we don't know what issues are propping up here or whatever might be going on, but I also don't want to take too long, so...
Yep.
I'm fine with moving on.
Alright. As you guys travel through Nigelia, you see it's busier than the last time you've been there. Most of you get waves and a dozen thank yous for helping them earlier.
Oh, this place seems more livelier.
As much as it'd be nice to check up on them, we're kind of, like you said, like we all agreed, time crunch and all.
Yeah.
Yep.
With us now traveling again, is it possible for me to start trying to reteach everyone more Orcish, or no?
Yep, if you like.
Dice gods
Yes.
hate me!
Yeah, you're a little distracted with the added company to fully give the lesson.
And Kat, what time of the day is it?
You do start to see the sun start to set.
Let's start making camp.
Well, let's hope everyone has rations, and if not, let's see what I might be able to scrounge up. And the cat, correct me if I'm wrong, that is a survival check.
Yep.
And would you like some assistance? Because I'm proficient with that too.
Yeah, let's both work for look and stuff. So I'm guessing that would be advantage now?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask this question actually instead. What's your modifier and all?
+4.
Okay, both of us have +4 then, so it doesn't really matter who gets it. So come on. Take your pick.
While there's not a lot in a big open field, you do find some bushes with berries.
And I would know that they're actually not dangerous berries, at least.
Yes, you know that they're safe.
So Armin will bring them back. So, give me a second to read that.
You're bringing everyone into your sanctum?
Might as well, and it's a better idea. And the security measure that I would, well, yeah, I can only do one security measure by the looks of it.
Alright, give me 1 second with that.
And security measure would be the divination. So we can't be targeted by any divination spells. So scrying, so anything involving scrying, detect thoughts, anything like that, that's a no-go.
Oh, so I was protected from Cortana this time. It's a joke, not meant to be taken seriously.
And you inviting your new guest in as well?
Begrudgingly, but yes. She just really doesn't want to have the sight of anything related to Dazo. But says, we have a promise to keep,
Yeah.
you might as well bring him in.
Alright, so Nephi casts the spell, and you all feel the shimmer as a constructive building is around you. And you guys are gonna have a bit of an imagination for this bit, because I only prepared one room.
Fair enough.
Oh, wow. This is incredible, Nephrite.
This is actually one of the few good things that came out of that godforsaken mark. Speaking of which, and she'll undo her glove to check to see if the mark has grown because of her casting that spell. So has it?
Since it's also been a while since you've actually checked your mark, you see it coming down almost midway between your wrist and your elbow.
Ugh.
Still grown, but put the sleeve back on. That was on security system. I think it can, that would be a good plan for all of us. I expect to use it overnight, but beggars can't be choosers. Plus, with the security system choices, one benefit is, well, few benefits are planar travel could be blocked by this area. Nothing can teleport in or out of this area. and we can't, and or creatures within this area cannot be targeted by divination spells. So I'm sorry, sir, but if your wife does try to get in contact through the dreamscape to you, that will be a no-go for tonight.
You see him sigh a little bit, but not understandable. It's just going to have to get used to that tonight. So, are we all supposed to sleep in here, Nephrite? Or is there more to your tower, to your spell?
I don't know if there's any more room, so the best bet would be we can have a little makeshift sleepover in here, just for tonight.
Nephrite?
Hmm?
You feel a bit of a magic search on the door? And if I can get this right, you can open it.
Okay, she'll open the door.
Yeah, and just give me one more moment. Second computer is being a bum to me right now.
And also, I am so sorry for having Nephrite act this way. It's just trauma and rage backlash.
I know.
Understandable.
I know, and I apologize for that too, guys.
No problem.
It's alright.
Oh!
This is
Holy
new.
crap!
What the hell you were talking about? Yo!
Is this thing the TARDIS?
A TARDIS!
I mean, technically, it's a summonable TARDIS.
Imagine a Cybertronian TARDIS.
Pro you, Doctor Who, my TARDIS is better than yours!
Sorry, I gotta say it. It's fantastic.
Moving on, though.
Yep.
Yeah, if you see this wider area with fancy fireplaces, a bit of a library if people want, and spiraling staircases that can lead to different rooms of your choosing, Nephrite. Of whatever you need in the area, but you know that they can't. Anyone who exits this sanctum cannot leave with an item from the sanctum. This place was just made to be a nice rest for you and those you choose to be in here.
So everybody got that?
Alright.
So, for imaginative purposes, Nephrite's just going to think in her head, so hopefully the spell can counteract this. The main thing you would need is just about 9 separate rooms.
Pretty much.
Nephrite. Sure, Nephrite has a room requirement. Yeah, apparently.
Yep.
So just 9 bedrooms.
And feel free to add in your imaginary flair of what each room looks like.
Oh, so I have free reign on this one, yes. So, best way I can think of, for one bedroom for Null, it would actually be a somewhat amalgamation of what she can remember of the scenery from Muirwood. That way he still has a little bit of a home away from home kind of sense. For Ogden, again, this is strictly based off of memory, an oceanside view from the inns while we were in Atita. So that way he can have a feeling of Avalon still being with him.
Aww.
Aww.
For Paulnier, I'm going strictly based off of his personality. Just like a bar room. Like, better with an in-room bar. So if he needs to make a late night drink, he can make a late night drink. For Cortana, I want her to have like a gentle color scheme room. So it kind of reminds her. It basically represents her personality of her just being the calm demeanor of a mother, compared to Nephrite's brash yet loud personality. For Elige, what better than just have a mini personal training room? Like his bedroom, but just one little corner of it being just a mini training area. That's all fireproof or just magic related. So that way nothing is destroyed within the sanctum. For Quinn, I want his bed to be moss, but just soft moss. So that way he still feels like that he's sleeping outside, but he's not. So the habit's not fully broken, but he's not sleeping outside. So he's in a safe area, but he still feels like he's sleeping outside. It's something that he was accustomed to, and she doesn't want him to break it outright. So I was trying to think of a compromise, and this is actually a decent compromise. He's still sleeping within the room, but he can sleep out. He can feel like he's sleeping outside. In one moment, I am being summoned.
So while she is a bit busy, what is everyone else's reactions to the rooms that she gives them and the sanctum?
No, it feels like coming back home. Reminds him of when he first met Lorelei. Living amongst the children and the children of the now Lotus House with the Cage family. River Song family. I got MK on the brain. Sorry with the first names.
You're fine. I would love to play some MK right now to just unbear some stress. But those are the rooms for everybody within the party. For the father, she doesn't really know him that well, but just a quiet room that will be comfortable for him, because she doesn't know how to make a Dragonborn feel comfortable.
You see him smile as he thanks you for the place to stay.
You're welcome. And I should apologize to you while also properly introducing myself to you. My name is Nephrite. I am the secondary leader of the Crystal Forge in Nemia. I apologize for my hostility towards you, as the rest of the party might have told you. I have very, 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 very bad blood with your daughter.
Yes, I was able to pick up on that, and allow me to formally apologize for my daughter's behavior.
You have no reason to. You're not the one who made her like that. You're not the one who led her down that path.
No, but I should have taught her better. You may even... Are any of you parents? Because...
Never looks over the knoll. Never looks over the knoll because you are about to be, young man.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
I only
everyone
recently.
is looking at him.
Yeah, he's a little embarrassed. Well, the truth is, I sort of. Well, I may not be officially married yet, but we sort of unofficially adopted a young lady, someone. But we had to leave just after that. I made that decision, and then, it's just that I didn't take the time to spend time with her. But all I know is that I want them to have a better life than the one I've lived.
as does anyone who is a parent who wishes for their offspring to have it better and be better than they were. But we can't all be the guiding light every single time.
And that's why when we adopted her, I gave her the name Hope.
What is that I'm hearing in the background?
Who's messing with paper?
Isn't me?
Not me.
But moving on.
Anyway, he nods and Lexi, Hope is a very nice name. And like any parent, you want to see her succeed, to be her own person and to live free and happy. That's what I tried, and it led too much to her endlessly running into things without even thinking. And to not see the world around for what it really was. So I'm partially to blame for all the trouble that she has put on all of you. And for that, I am truly, truly sorry.
Well, it wasn't all bad. We did have some good times. Some.
That's probably for you. A lot of us did not.
I was trying to be kind to him, sorry.
You shouldn't have the burden on others be placed upon yourself, child.
Well, with it getting late, though, I think it would be best if all of us actually get some sleep instead of staying up till the... well...
The crack of dawn.
yeah. So enough of it. Well, thank you for the room. We all need to get some sleep.
Night, guys.
And Nephra, I
no.
apologize. Nephra, if you are seeing me as telling all of us to get some sleep as me treating you as a kid, feel free to smack me.
I agree with you. We've been walking for a very long time. But no, you said you wanted to talk to me?
Well, it was mostly among the group. Like I said, we all agreed that once we're only saving Daiso just so that she can be reunited with her father, but not coming with us. it also comes down to what we've been calling ourselves this long. That's the established that name when Daisy was still traveling with us. Now that that's not the case anymore, maybe it's time for a change.
We can pick up that discussion tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Luckily, the sanctum lasts for 24 hours. So we can start going to bed right now. I think I can try to expand the sanctum a little bit more so we can get a kitchen in here. And we can try to cook some breakfast. Then I can dispel it and we can be on our way.
Fair enough.
Alright, so you all go into your own rooms and go to sleep,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
except for one of you,
Dream sequence.
who gets waken up by a loud knock on the door.
Oh.
Wow.
No.
What? Who's there?
It's me. Do you mind if I have a few minutes?
Sure. I guess. What do you need to talk about?
It's the fact, just something that crossed my mind. That you were experimented on by the one who is in charge of the liberation, correct?
Yeah, I was taken when I was 10. I escaped around 5 years later. That was 13 years ago.
What kind of things were they doing to you?
Little I remember, it was, injected through the wrists with the blood. Subjected me to fighting other beasts. Possible. It's a bit of a haze. I can't really remember that much. I could have been fighting others who were being imprisoned. Survival of the fittest. I wish I could remember more.
Just the thought that our blood is running through your veins is criminal enough. But how much do you know of an alpha compared to his pack?
Little I know of the alpha, this particular alpha. I was told that when his wings spread, it would be the harbinger of my death.
Not if I can try to help.
How so?
While your blood sees that he is your alpha, why don't you make it so that I can be your alpha? That might loosen
What do you
his
mean?
control a bit. It's not something I would like to do, but
And how would you go about to do this?
it won't be a pretty process, but We could put some of my blood into you.
Is it possible to do that?
I took a few notes from the tools that Nephrite had. I've explained to her the reason. If it means saving you, I think it'll make it easier for her to agree to use our tools to keep you safe.
If it's possible, I'm willing to risk it. He may not be my alpha anymore. Well, no, negate that for a second. All right. Do it.
Should we ask her permission? Or do you want us to go straight to it?
I'm sorry, Nephrite. I have to take this chance. All right. Do it.
Alright, so you both go down to the lab. Sorry, my bad.
You're fine.
You both go down to the lab, and Fazio manages to find a very big syringe. With all of his might, he puts it in his forearm and ejects about 5 milliliters of blood. He looks to you as you take off your jacket to have a bare arm for him. Ready?
Yes.
He injects you and make a constitution save.
All right. Mark it.
Yeah. It feels like ice is freezing your veins from the arm all the way up to the shoulder. Your body shudders and shivers as this cold shot of pain reaches your neck, your abdomen. When it hits your brain, the pain is almost unbearable as you black out. Now, when you wake up, your face feels a cold, cold sweat. Your body numb as you look up and see the ceiling of your bedroom.
Do I notice anything different about myself?
Make an insight check.
Again, Market. Come on. But anyway,
The way it looks now, from where you stand, you don't feel much difference. You still feel like you can still feel Akito's presence in you, and you seem, though a little cold, fine.
so far, so good. We'll only see if it how it progresses as we move on.
And with that note, everyone wakes up.
And Nephrite will try to think of a kitchen so that way the cooks can have some playtime.
Yep. You have a kitchen, no problem. Food, on the other hand, is a different matter. As you can't really conjure food in this place. However, Cortana has this.
Oh, thank gosh.
That she can use to create food. Food for Holnir and Nal to cook.
Yep. And I believe since Holnir has a higher wisdom, I'm willing to assist him so that he can have advantage.
Are you kidding? My wisdom
Nope.
is a 12.
My wisdom is an 11.
Okay, so Holnir, you have a +1, but yet you're both proficient with cooks utensils.
Yeah, but he has an extra +1 to the roll.
Because
Right.
logic, that's how.
Just take it. Take the advantage.
All right. Advantage. 16.
Yep, with that and Cortana's food, you're able to make a really hearty, nutritious breakfast, and you have, make extra portions for the dragon in the room.
Oh yeah, dragons. I believe dragons eat 10 times more than most other races.
Yep, and he responds with, "This is 10 times better than my wife's cooking. Please don't tell her I said that."
Trust me, my cooking was far worse.
Let me put it this way. The only time we're going to tell your wife is if you become hostile to us. And I don't think that's going to happen.
In the meantime, I should bring this up.
Yep, speaking of that, everyone except for Null, bro, perception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Guessing
Bobbin
my
doesn't
eye
notice.
doesn't
He's
go-
distracted.
I'm guessing my eye doesn't go into effect.
No, your eye goes in effect.
Holnir notices.
Ow.
There's two of them. Sorry, Marky, that is-
No!
What are the odds?
That is
What?
bad
Yeah, I got it.
chances.
You know what? My sanctum, Nat 20 makes sense.
Yeah.
Nat 20
Yes.
makes sense.
Yes.
Ah,
Oh my gosh.
And that's right. That was that brings the nat 20s up to 321.
Whoop whoop.
Da, 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 da.
Not gonna play it. Not gonna play it.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Yeah, that is
Oh.
loud.
yeah, Polynir and Nephrite are the first to notice that with Null, part of his hair has become a shade, has a shade of blue in it, and
Oh,
some scales going up his neck.
Two things. A, love the new hairstyle. Actually brings out your personality. B, what the heck happened to your scales?
oh, yeah. I didn't want to interrupt anyone's sleep. Nephrite, Ozio spoke to you earlier last night, didn't he? About
Little. If he actually did speak to her, I was not around to hear because Mom called me away.
Yep, he didn't.
So apparently, that was a lie. He told me there was a way to not be influenced by the by Rathkran. And that was so that he would no longer, Rathkran wouldn't be my alpha anymore. Ozio would be. And so Ozio injected me with some of his blood.
How much did he give you to have something like that happen?
That's not even a question that's going through my brain. Just before one quick moment. Just give me a little bit. Jeffrey walks out of the room for a little bit, and luckily it's the sanctum that she. So I'm taking liberties with this. Y'all basically feel that the room is starting to tremble a bit because of her head state. What?
I think you made a man.
Note to self: never piss off Nephrite. That's rule number 1 in this group.
Yeah, especially in her own home right at this moment.
So am I to
No.
understand?
No, darling,
Yeah.
my friend, my confidant, my brother. Bring back to your questions, and I want you to be honest with me. Question number 1, did any red flags or warning bells even go through your head with this? B, even if I was asleep, did not second guess yourself to try and wake me up to talk to me about this? And 3, what in Agma's name made you think that this was a good idea?
Honestly, maybe it wasn't a rational idea. But it felt. Again, I thought he had. Maybe I was too trusting to question whether or not what he was saying was about talking to you about this was a truth or not.
To be fair, I did give you the option to tell her before we did the operation.
And that's when I blindly thought that I didn't even think of the possibility that you lied. But that's my fault. Too trusting of people.
You're not. What was the original intent? What was the original plan?
Just
Now that it's too late to backtrack, might as well tell us.
do it.
And she's looking at the both of y'all.
It was just that what Nash had told me, the risk of Rathgren trying to control me, and when we confronted him, and if that had happened, I would have had to fight all of you, and I didn't want that to happen, so I was willing to risk this.
And I didn't want you all to lose a friend due to Rafna's claim over him. And since I am older than him, that technically makes me an alpha. So if we could loosen Rafna's grip on him, I feel it would be better for all of us in the long run.
To be honest, you should have just told us outright, and we could have discussed this before we turned in last night, but in any case, what's done is done.
I felt that this was your life. It should be your decision. I was not aware of how much everyone else knew about what it's done to you, and frankly, I know the least of it. It's still monstrous what they did to you. I felt of a way that might help.
And speaking of that, I'm now curious about one major thing as well. If we were to, and I don't know if this is going to be your intent if you find him, but if we kill him, what happens to those of his pact?
Honestly, I don't know. Some may try to follow me as an alpha, but I would not want to hold control over their lives like Rasha is. But with the King Aselius persecuting all dragons and destroying the lives of dragonborns, I don't know what the future will behold. But I know one thing. It would be a far, far worse with Rathgun holding their leash.
So, who's worse, King or this guy?
I'd say worse is, I don't know if worse is subjective.
True.
I think it would just depend.
There
What
is-
subjective means.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm being dead honest. I'm not mad. What I am, frankly, is a mixture of worried and disappointed. Because no, you could have talked to me. You could have talked to literally any of us about this before you made that decision. If this plan does work, this is my question towards you. Would you follow him as your new alpha?
In terms of respect, yes, but in obedience, no.
And I would not hold your leash. If you want to be with the woman you marry, or are going to be married and live your own life, you're free to do it. I am no tyrant. I am no conqueror. I just want a life of peace with my family.
Good. Now I have no regrets.
Okay then.
Now I have no regrets.
Now my worry has subsided, my disappointment still stands.
Yes, I know. Once again, a lapse of judgment on that part.
However, and this is a throwback, he karate chops his head again.
Ugh!
Lightly.
Left right chop.
I still trust you. Even though you had a lapse in judgment, I still trust you in the end. If you think this plan works, I'll follow through with you on this. But the moment it feels like there's going to be a hole that it can be ripped, you give the word, and we'll start protecting you or start doing whatever we need to. Can you make me that deal?
Yeah. But if this doesn't work, and Rathcran does take control of me, don't hold back. I couldn't bear to see Lorelei see me like that.
Yeah, you forget that we promised to keep you safe. I think Lorelei would be more pissed at us if we killed you with our own hands because you were mind-controlled than tried to save you.
Yeah.
What if I
And she
was
would
beyond?
probably kill us.
What if I couldn't be saved?
Have you met us? We saved your girlfriend. We saved a lot of Dragonborns. We saved towns. We saved people we thought were beyond gone. I think we're good.
Yep, I forgot. In fact, who am I to doubt? It's just like I was talking about with Nephrite. Our old name isn't strong enough. It doesn't show that to the liberation, to Celius, to the Order, that we mean business.
What name do you have in mind, dear creative leader?
We are no longer, well, we should shorten it. No longer Rhythmic Misfits. We are M-Force. Always many, acting as one. We are dedicated. We are inseparable. We are invincible.
Character,
Cactus,
what did
no,
you say
go
the name?
back!
M-Force.
M-Force.
Yep,
He told me this. I'll type it out.
I got it.
Thank you.
Does the M stand? What does the M stand for?
Misfit.
Misfits.
Oh,
You were referencing something.
I'm not saying right now.
I've already bashed my head against the armrest for the chair I'm sitting on.
That's why I said, no, Cactus, come back! And I saw your whisper to me, Cactus, earlier. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but
Death glare, I'm guessing.
not fully a death glare, but it's a, if you want to talk about it, be my guest, but it's your fault for whatever outcome it takes.
Of all the things I thought you guys would come up with a new name, that was not on.
That's why I was
mind.
keeping it hush hush.
Cat,
Oh no,
you should know this group, but M-Force is like, okay, we're really just going with bland names, aren't we?
what do you have in mind, huh?
Hey, don't look at me, I'm not a creative mind. I'm just the guy that you can just point and I'll do stuff.
Exactly, so shush! I'm kidding, I love you guys.
Same here.
But
if we drive you up a wall?
Oh, I've been driven up the wall more than the moon and back.
By the way, why did you have Nephrite use a book against Null? That would have been more apt, considering Nephrite is a bookworm.
No, that suits Elish more. The book part suits Elish more because wizard.
It suits them both, but here's the thing. It suits them both, but here's the thing. I'm not weaponizing a very cherished tome of knowledge against stupidity. It ain't my call.
Well, if you did do that, that would be literally throwing the book at him.
Yeah, I want to avoid that pun.
Yeah, but then I couldn't
Moving on.
But then I couldn't post a baka chop. Oh well.
So I just stick with the bucket top. But anyway, breakfast time. Now that the worry has been subsided, the disappointment has dimmed down, the new name has now been canon. Actually, speaking of new names, I've been bouncing this idea around my head, and I already had a feeling that I still remember, people were asking me, are you gonna rename the Mech Dragon? Are you gonna name the Mech Dragon? When are you gonna name the Mech Dragon? While we were flying,
Hey, I only asked that once.
You
the Mech
see,
Dragon does.
Vasio's eyes lit up. Mech Dragon.
First of many. Well, it's the first of its kind. I can't say the first of many.
Do you see him stare at you at almost disbelief that you made a mechanical version of my kind?
Get some help, but yes.
I hope you're not gonna use it to give us dragons a bad name.
Nope. Actually, its namesake is actually the reason why I'm hoping to avoid that route.
So, what are the mech dragons going to be called?
Well, this Mech Dragon is named Uhuru. And if y'all remember the freaking polls,
Yes.
Yes, for those of you in the audience, we actually had a poll of the name.
and all the names are in Swahili. Uhuru, which is spelled UHURU, has three meanings: freedom, independence, and chastity. Nephrite is going with the definition freedom.
Continuing on.
Continuing.
So, yes. But the Mech Dragon is named Uhuru, which means freedom.
One thing that is best known with our kind: the freedom to fly in the skies wherever we want. There's no better feeling than that. And he gives Nephrite a sweet smile.
She returns it. But before we lose any more daylight, I believe we should be not that far away from. Give me a second, I gotta pull up the bloody map so that way I can pronounce the name right. Say again? Library. Thank you! We should be close to library.
Do you guys want to go to library, or do you want to do like we did with Nigelia?
I don't think we ever went to library before, have we?
We've never been to library. Due to crunching time and best to defeat the liberation now than having weight and they gain more power. Plus, on top of that, we might have another trinket that we need to collect while we're there in the Stalin.
Yeah, we can visit Wyberia another time, right?
Definitely.
And
Maybe
I
on
think
the way
I just
back.
jinxed it. I think I just jinxed it. Oh well.
Have you met us? That's not a character. Have you met this group? We live off of jinxing now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
Jinx next.
So you all leave the private sanctum and continue on the road.
And the sanctum is dispelled once the last person steps out.